Today is Saturday and I was hoping to go camping for the weekend, but it's a long weekend in New Zealand and it's going to be raining from now till Monday and then Tuesday. But it's raining all the time and the wind's blowing and it's fairly shitty weather actually. I was watching a video on a channel called Overland Pacific Northwest. I really like the videos, overland, 4x4, fishing, all sorts of things. Really nice. Anyway, he had a very interesting video. It was about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. On an overlanding trip he was doing, but it was all about the nose of overlanding. And I thought it was a really nice idea. So, just to start off, he says there's 5 no's, and yeah, the first no is no destination. Now, what I like about that is you've got a final destination, but each day you stop where it's nice and you find a new spot, and don't have everything cast in stone. Just enjoy the trip. I think that's really what it's all about. So no destination each day, maybe just a final destination, and just enjoy the trip. I think that's really the main thing. The second one, which doesn't work too well in New Zealand, but I like the idea, is no established campgrounds. So if you can find some wilderness, rather stay in the wilderness somewhere. Stay in a forest, stay in the dunes, stay on the beach. We don't have what the Americans are very lucky to have, called BLM land, which is Bureau of Land Management. You pay a small fee, I believe it's $50, but it's not a lot of money. And then you've got access to all this land and you can make fires and you can camp, and it's really nice. So we don't have anything like that here. And on North Island, other than some beaches, you're fairly limited where you can camp. But it's all good anyway. So the first one was no destination. The second one is no official campsites. As I say, I like the idea. The third, sorry, that was just the tripod rolling around in my car. The third one is no hurry. Now in June this year, I did a trip to South Island, and the main thing we wanted to do is film. That was really the main purpose of the trip. But we ended up hurrying. Everything was a hurry. Every day we were driving for 5-6 hours a day, and I won't do that again. It was just too much of a hurry. So I like the third point, no hurrying. The fourth point was no work. Now, for those of you that don't have YouTube channels, YouTube doesn't happen by itself. It's actually quite a lot of work. You've got to plan that, and it's just the filming and the editing and all that. It's really good fun, but it's work. So on an overlanding trip, no work. Enjoy the experience, research where you are, and just have fun. The last point that Overlanding Pacific Northwest made, which I really like all these points, but I thought it was a really good one, was no driving only. And what he means by that is it's easy to get into this rut of just driving all day. So stop and do some fishing, or get out and walk up the mountain, or go to the old ruins, go and explore the mine, whatever the case might be. So that's really the idea. So on your overlanding trip, there's no destination, there's no official campsites, no hurry, no work, and not only driving. So you get out and do other stuff, which I think is a good idea. I came out, I went and got myself a Starbucks coffee. So I had it put in my cup. Today's been quiet. It's only been 3 coffees. That's usually about 8 by now. Anyway, the yes points to overlanding are a little different. So the first one is yes to new places, new destinations. We often get hooked up in where we've been, and we try and go to the same place again. So look at new places, try different things, and if it's not nice, don't go back, but it might really be a really nice spot. So that's what I would suggest. The second point is look at a new route. As I've said, New Zealand is small, but there are lots of side roads and back roads and gravel roads and other ways to get to where you're going. And even if you have to do a long detour, try something different. That's what we do. You use a new campsite. On the nose it said no official campsites in New Zealand. That's not always practical, but there are lots of bush camps, and there's 2 or 3 apps for your phone that show you where there are less serviced campsites, let's call it, because some of the places it's just too many people and too civilized really. So get out and do other stuff. It's not just driving. Find out about the area. So there might be old mines, there might be an old house that's supposedly haunted, there might be really good fishing, there might be a cable car that you can take a trip on, there might be a famous restaurant, yeah, there might be something. So on one of our trips there were supposed to be kiwis in the forest. Kiwi is a small flightless bird which is only found in New Zealand. So we went and did a night walk through the forest and looked for kiwis. We never found any, but we did the trip. Do lots of research. The last yes is other activities, and that lines up with the not only driving, where you want to do other stuff as well. When we go on a trip, I take my metal detector, I take my fishing rod. Filming, we have cameras, so we're into photography. I'll take my binoculars, take my bird book. Some of the stuff I might not use, but I'll take it with. So I can do a bit of bird watching if there is. I'll stop at a bird hide, do a bit of fishing. 5 no's, the 5 yeses, all to overlanding. And yeah, we've got a long weekend, so I'm hoping to get out and do some proper off-roading as well. And I have a few more videos coming up. We've got other points, other yeses and nos. Let us know.